I think it's really obvious, you know? I've been watching the animations of the greatest of all time, Hyourinjutsu, and later on came Dazaiel. Believe it or not, guys, I used to watch their animations in slow-mo to get a better understanding on how they do their style, and also I read animation crossover fanfictions, in fanfiction.net, if you guys, are familiar with that website. And at that point in time, I did just thought to myself, why not just make a YouTube channel and create sprite animations too? So that's when I started to, watch more Dragon Ball Z sprite animations, or regardless if it's Dragon Ball Z, Battle Sprites, etc. And I also got to know people who also do sprite animations. It was really challenging to learn at first, but I gotta give credits to all the people who helped me achieve this kind of skill. So honestly, I wouldn't be here today without them. Not yet, but I think I'd love to get started on Goku Black again. Because if you guys remember my old animation, Mystic Gohan vs Goku Black, we left with Goku Black meeting up with Fu and how we got the mask from him. So I kinda want to start his arc on how he finally made Goku's body his own by fighting 100 Gokus in every timeline. That's why he achieved Super Saiyan Rose 2 and 3 in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So yeah, I could probably make that like in per episodes, but yeah, we'll see. So my top 5 Dragon Ball characters are actually Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, and then Frieza. Actually, Piccolo's kinda getting to me though. He literally aura farms like a lot. And my favorite Dragon Ball arc would be the Goku Black arc in Dragon Ball Super, because we finally got an evil Goku. The fight that I had the most fun making is my recent animation, Goku vs Broly. So in that animation, I wanted to make it feel like it's a Dragon Ball movie or an episode, just to bring back that nostalgic vibe again. You guys can see a lot of references in any Dragon Ball games and series that I put in throughout the animation. And I also managed to create my own impact frames by studying how other animators do it. Like for example, Yutaka Nakamura. His creative impact frames in different animes, it brings out a whole new level, but I'm still far from perfecting it. But it is fun to do. Um, hmm. In Dragon Ball Z, I really like Cell a lot. Because if you think about it, he really is the perfect being. Having Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and Piccolo's DNA is really OP. So what's more of his power if he'd survive, right? Yeah, I do. I'm planning to try animating other stuff like My Hero Academia, One Piece, Marvel or DC. I saw that there are sprites available from those franchises, and hopefully soon I can do my own crossover fights. Like, I wanna do my own take on Goku vs Superman. And yeah, stay tuned for more animations. My favorite moment from my What If animations is that I don't get copyright a lot. Okay, maybe there's this one time. But anyways, my favorite moment is that I get to produce these What If animations to you guys and tell a compelling story on the spot. From any of my animations, I try to make those epic fight scenes, and at the same time, it could be wholesome or not what you expected it to be. And I really like making the character's backstory, like for example the Time Breakers in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, Goku Black, Dark Broly, and what's his name? Time Breaker Bardock. how they became time breakers is what intrigues me to create an interesting story that makes sense on how they became the person they are now. Because we all know Super Dragon Ball Heroes doesn't make any sense at all, and it's just, pure fan service. For me, I think the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and GT did right is how they introduced new characters, new villains, another epic story, story arcs, and there's even emotional peaks and nostalgic vibes involved. Now, what I think they did wrong is that they don't really invest too much on the characters' backstories, and like everything is just happening. You know what I mean? Also, if Dragon Ball Daima got introduced first before Super and they still kept the OG Super Saiyan 4 look, things would have been different. And GT would have made sense and becomes canon. But, regardless, Dragon Ball is still the anime who made my childhood, and especially inspired me and everyone else. So yeah, that's all the questions I've gathered from you guys. And I appreciate you guys from commenting on my posts. And if you still want to ask me more questions, I'd like to answer them down in the comments below. And maybe keep an eye out for another animation live stream soon. So with that being said, take care always, and I hope to see you all in the next video. See ya!